everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ella. Thank you for joining me for this video. If you're new, please make sure you hit the like and the subscribe. I do appreciate your support. So today we are going to be talking about the anime The Medalist. So The Medalist has just completed its season 1 run of 13 episodes, and guys, I have to say this was definitely my most favorite anime this season. I just relate so much to it on a personal level. So it's definitely up there in my top three animes. It's about a girl named Inori who wants to break into the world of figure skating, but not just become a figure skater on the ice. She wants to become a Olympic athlete. She wants to go all the way to the top, and really this whole season you just see that journey of her becoming the new version of herself. It definitely is a niche profession. There are age limitations. So for example, if in this anime they mentioned like if you're at the age of like 13 and 14, that's already like at the cap of the age, because you have people starting out when they're 7, 6, when as soon as they can walk, essentially, they're just like thrown into the world. So she was considered quite old. And then for her to have these goals and aspirations to become an Olympic athlete, it almost seemed nearly impossible to the people that were working in the industry. It was really nice to be part of like that journey, because I think with Inori, she is such a strong character, but she struggles a lot with self-confidence, self-esteem, and that has to do a lot with like her upbringing, going to school and classes. She said that she wasn't the sporty kid. She didn't really do well in like schoolwork. So she struggled a lot. But one thing that did stay consistent in her life was her love and interest in figure skating. And that actually started all because of her older sister, who used to skate on ice. But I think her older sister did it more as like a hobby. And then she got injured. So her mom was really nervous about putting Inori into figure skating because she didn't want that to happen to her as well. Inori ends up meeting Tsukasa, and Tsukasa, he turned out to be one of my favorite characters in this season for sure. Tsukasa had a interest in figure skating ever since when he was a little kid. He will watch his favorite figure skaters through TV and hope to one day be like them. Tsukasa started out figure skating a bit later than Inori, and he wasn't able to reach the Olympic athlete level, but he did exceed in figure skating dancing, which is great. And I think he took it to as far as he could go. And afterwards, he couldn't go any further because of his age, because of the limitations and the restrictions within the industry. And so, with that, he can totally relate to what Inori is going through. Inori has so much passion and so much ambition, and she just wants to skate. She just wants to get out there on the ice. She wants to make a living for herself through figure skating. And so he agrees to team up with her to be her coach and to guide her along the way. And I love the dynamic that they have between each other. I really feel like he is the coach that she always needed, and also the coach that he wished that he had at his age. So really it's a very like touching and kind of like full story moment for them. With Inori, eventually she learns to do all these tricks and all of these moves just by reading the book. So figure skating for her, it comes very natural. So she is able to pick up and learn quite quickly and exceed the coach's expectations within the 1 year's timing. People like her, all they need is just that one opportunity, that chance for them to shine and to prove that they deserve to be here. Like they deserve it. And so this whole journey, I felt the first few episodes, it was all about ignoring finding that self-esteem and that inner willpower despite certain circumstances that she can't change, such as age, as well as what other people think of her. So it was most important for her to be able to find her own voice and where she sees herself and how she wants to belong in this industry, which I really love. So my other favorite character is definitely going to be the rival character, Hikaru. I think Hikaru, she is just so well done. I love her character design. I love the animation aspect. She is that big star that everybody just like admires and wants to be. She didn't have a background in figure skating. She ended up being very lucky in finding a coach that used to be a Olympic athlete. So he has basically been teaching her everything that she needs to know to do well and to rise above the competition. But what I love about her character is that she isn't afraid of competition. When she sees that someone like Inori wants to break into this industry and one day skate alongside and compete next to her, she welcomes it. Like she encourages Inori and she is so excited for that day where they are both on the ice. And I just love that about her because I think, there's something to be said about these athletes or like these people who are where you want to be. It's so important to have like that humbleness. So I love how she is built. Like Hikaru, I love her character. She is top notch at what she does, but she also isn't like mean to other people. Like she welcomes competition, she encourages it. So I love the way that they designed her character. And then we have other characters who are also very competitive, but they aren't exactly as nice. So a lot of these characters they end up like triggering Inori, in terms of like her skill level, in terms of like her age level. They would like make fun of her and whatnot. But she ends up like gaining that self-confidence because she's been working so closely with Coach Tsukasa that at the end of the day, she's like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna beat you all. So I love that about her. And overall, I would just say I just really enjoyed this anime. This anime is just so unique because on one hand, we get a insight into the figure skating world, right? It's such a niche that not many people think about. And so for me, I felt really like connected with this anime. It resonated with me a lot because I also work in a niche industry. There's only a handful of people who are where I would like to be and what I'm striving towards. And yes, there are moments where I do doubt myself. There are moments where there are challenges such as age and whatnot, but that hasn't stopped me and that is never going to be the reason to quit. So for me, quitting is not an option. I'm just going to keep on going and pursuing what it is that I see fit for myself. And I really resonate with Inori because you have the passion, you have the talent. I am really good at what I do. I'm not afraid of competition whatsoever. It is definitely challenging and competitive. And even once you reach the top, you still have to maintain that status. I definitely resonated with what Inori was going through. I resonated with Hikaru as well as what Coach Tsukasa was going through. It was like a mirror reflection of like my real life. I really loved watching this anime because I felt it helped me make sense and heal parts of me that I didn't realize was kind of holding me back. And so I think this anime is definitely going to touch the hearts of those who have these dreams that feel bigger than life. And yeah, sometimes you might feel like you're in it alone, but this anime is going to encourage you to go after it no matter what. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop pushing yourself. You are more than enough and you have to put in the hard work. I think the overall message of this anime is to be able to have self confidence, be confident in who you are, be confident in what you are doing, and also work hard towards it. Work hard towards your goal every single day, even if it's just like baby steps, okay? Success doesn't happen overnight, it is accumulated through time and it's accumulated through a lot of energy. So, whatever you put your attention to, it grows. And I feel this anime is just a phenomenon representation of that whole aspect of being able to pursue something that you love and giving yourself that permission to go and do so despite the challenges and despite what anyone else says or thinks about your dream because it's yours, it's not theirs. And so I really love this anime. I love the message behind it. The animation was great, the characters were great, and overall, I'm just looking forward to season two. So, guys, leave your comments down below. Let me know if you were also watching The Medalist. Did you also like this anime? What were some of like your favorite moments from the series? What were some of your favorite episodes? And how did it change your life? I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. All right, take care.